Hey guys, welcome back. Well, tonight I want to show you a tool, and this has been used and abused and on. You can find it on the same exact drill here on videos from me from a couple of years ago even, and even at that time I had this for quite a while. I believe I got this drill maybe in 2015, 2016. I've been running this for a while. This has been the steady workhorse of the truck, and it's one of the first cordless tools from Festool that I got, maybe even the first one, and it's one that immediately eliminated all of my DeWalt hammer drills and everything that I had been using. You know, it just immediately was so much better that that's just what I did. So this obviously comes with this nice side handle, and part of that is because this drill has some incredible torque with it. Now, you know, most of these, they just have this smooth place on the front, you know, on your DeWalts and whatnot, that you just tighten this strap down. Well, this has splines all the way around this, just to start, and yeah, interchangeable chucks. Another reason for Festool. But right around here, you have these splines. See if you can actually see those on that front here. This indexes, and this has the same splines on both sides. So you can put this on the drill in either way you want, and when it slides on, it will index in there. So see, even though this is still loose, it's locked to this point on the drill. And you can just move it around to whatever spot you want and then tighten it down. And once it is, it won't move. Partly because of those splines. It's not going to just be able to twist the handle around the drill if it's not quite tight enough or something. It will grip. Now, a while back, I absolutely wore out the chuck that this drill came with, and I could not get it to work anymore. It wouldn't tighten or anything. So I kind of gave her an update, and I got the steel chuck from Festool ordered, and it's like a whole new drill again. Just adding this chuck back to it, having a nice new chuck on here. But I'd recommend this chuck over the one that comes with this drill pretty much right from the beginning. This is just a nice addition to have. Now, obviously, this will accept your Centratec chucks and all that. And then you have a right angle adapter for this, which is really a neat piece of kit, especially, you know, I mean, you don't need it a lot, but when you need it, you need it. All right. Now, this is a hammer drill, but when you have this on here, it will not do a hammer function around a corner. That's just, it won't do that. So this has a Centratec style connection here. So all you do is pull this back, pull this little sleeve back, and you can see this is also splined around it. So you can choose whatever angle that you want this to go on your drill at. Well, let me get it on here first. Now, once you're down in there, see, look at that. Now we're actually driving around the corner, and we have our same adjustment there. We can put our chuck on like that, and now we're driving, you can see that. Now it's driving there to the side. Just like that. And this will work at whatever weird angle that you need it to work at. You can turn this thing to get into anything. If you've got to get up under something, you know, you can pop this on here, and obviously you got to get your little chuck lined up on the front of the drill first here. And I'll get her here in a second. Yeah. Once you're aligned on your main chuck here, then just turn it to the angle you need. See, there is straight up. So if you got to get up under a cabinet or something, you cannot get your drill up in here, because this is the floor, you know, you can get this up in here, put your bit in there, run it right up in, and you're good. So the amount of cool stuff you can do with this is amazing. And this is an extremely heavy-duty corner adapter too. This is not, you know, a plastic piece. If you're comparing it, you know, to like the corner adapter that comes with the CXS that is mostly plastic, still indispensable thing on the CXS, but this one is all aluminum, all in there. This whole chuck, it's a heavy adapter. So it's just quality all the way through on this drill. Now, to really say why I like this so much, you can see how beat up this thing is. This is not a beauty contest tool like a lot of the tools that, you know, I'm unboxing here with my Vera stuff and all that, and sometimes even my Festool. This drill has been used. This was my tile thin set mixing drill for several years. I hate to say, put it on low and let it drive. It did the trick. Not saying you should, and I did buy the MX 1000 or 1200 or whatever that big concrete mixer drill is that Festool came out with, and that's what I use now. But this still mixes all my drywall compound, you know, in the smaller, you know, 2-3 gallon buckets, all that stuff. It will do whatever you throw at it, you know, up to and probably including twist your arm. But very, very nice drill. Now, you can also, you know, we got a little Centratec set over here. This will accept a Centratec chuck, which are Festool's proprietary bits, or you're using just your normal Jacobs style chuck, and you can put anything in here, you know, that you can put in your DeWalt drill. But with this, you also have a magnetic bit storage right here on the front, and there's a spot for 2 of those. There are belt clips that snap out right here on the side. This will drop right in, you know, your pant loop or whatever. It's got them just built in on both sides. They pop in and out right there. I'm using a 4 amp hour, lot newer battery than came with this drill, but I believe it came with maybe the 5.2s that were before the Airstream. This is an Airstream 18 volt 4 amp hour, and Festool's got such great little thin 4 amp hour batteries now. I just love these. But this thing, for lasting this long, being used at the intense level that I have, it's amazing. The top, you can see all the adjustments that you have right here on the top of your drill. Right in the front, you've got your drill mode and hammer mode over here, percussion. Then you have your 4-speed transmission right here. So you can choose how fast you want this to run. And right now I've got it in a 2. You can turn this, and then back here in the back you have your torque adjustment. So you can decide how hard you want this to tighten things down. And normally mine is set at max, but if you're doing something like pocket hole screws, which is a very underpowered job for this drill, then you could turn this down to where you won't tear those up. You can turn your clutch down to where you're not turning so fast. Just a lot of neat options right here on top of this drill to control the speed, the torque, everything just right there. Looking here on the side of the drill, it looks like this is made in May of 2015. So that'll tell you how old this is. I've been running it for 6 years now. So great little drill. Hopefully show you guys a little bit of it in action here. But I've run 5-inch hole saws, 6-inch hole saws on this. We've run the spider concrete bits through cinder blocks, through brick walls. I've installed water faucets with this thing, drilling through brick houses with 3/4 inch and 1 inch concrete bits. Things that really it's not made for. You need to be using an SDS, but I'm telling you that because this thing has handled it for me when I didn't have maybe the correct tool for the job. It's got it done, and it's still working fine. It even still sounds really good. So you kind of get a little bit of an addiction to that German trigger on these Festool tools. Man, they just have such a smooth ramp up. Here on the front too, these newer batteries, you know, you've got your how much power you have left right there. And then this drill, instead of having, you know, lights that come on around here, the lights are right here on the base of the drill. And you just touch, and now you have your light right there. And the light is actually shining right where the bit will hit. So you can look all around with your flashlight on your drill. You don't have to touch the trigger to turn it on and off. It's an actual button right here. You touch it again and it will tell you how much charge your batteries have left, and then off right there. So really, really nice drill. If you're looking for something that can really work and take some abuse, they have come out with a new one now. I think it's a TDC or something like that. But this is the PDC with the percussion option on it. Me personally, the hammer drill thing, once I got an SDS, I just don't hardly use hammer drill. But if all you're doing is putting in a few tap cons once in a while, or, you know, something minor, this is all you need. You're going to work way too hard to put those big bits through concrete and everything. But it will do it, is what I'm saying. This is an amazing drill right here. So, I highly recommend this thing. It eliminated all my other ones pretty well immediately. Now, I have not run Milwaukee drills. I'm not a Milwaukee person, although I am getting a good collection of their 12-volt stuff now, because that 12-volt line is amazing. Let's face it. So, this has mainly been compared up against my DeWalt hammer drills and those kind. So, that's where it's really shown for me, and I ended up selling them all. So, highly recommend this thing if you haven't picked one up. As a cordless Festool, it's impressive to have. But the options it'll come with, you know, you can get some little different kinds of around the corner tools and all for your DeWalt drills and for your normal that go in your Jacobs chucks and all. But the way this works, it's hard to beat. But thank y'all for being here and listening to me talk about another tool that I've really enjoyed using for a lot of years. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button down there. We'd love to have you guys on board with us as we keep on putting out these awesome videos. We'll see you guys on another one next week.